What's going on, everyone? Investor here. It's time for my weekly portfolio update. So if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, hit that bell icon, because I don't want you to miss any new videos. So no new deposits this week. I basically just used the leftover cash from the prior week's deposit. So you can see here is my account is sitting at just under $16,300, 16,297 and 42 cents. So overall, I was only up about 13 bucks on the week, but hey, up is up, right? So only 13, but it's better than being down 13, I guess. So I did receive 3 dividend payments this past week. And as I mentioned in last week's video, if you haven't seen that, I was on vacation this past week. So aside from a little bit of time on Monday morning, I was able to get some trades in. The account was basically on autopilot for the entire week. I didn't have any cell service, any access to a computer, anything like that. So I wasn't able to do anything with it. So all of the dividends were just set on auto invest or to reinvest on the drip and just kind of let the account run on autopilot for the week. So this upcoming week, though, gonna be back at work, back at it. Hopefully, try to pick up some overtime. We'll get back going. But this week, at least, I'm gonna plan on just doing some more dollar cost average and try to bring some of those dollar or some of the lower dogs in the portfolio, at least bring them down a little bit if I can. So I'm not scheduled to receive any dividend payments this week. Got 2 left for the month, and they are scheduled for the following week, so the last week of the month, and SCHD being one of those. So for all of you guys that hold SCHD, so let's jump over to the spreadsheet and I'll kind of show you what the account was up to this past week. All right, so taking a look at the spreadsheet, see what we've got here. A couple of things, not too many crazy additions. Like I said, I was on vacation, and so the account was kind of on autopilot, but I was able to get a few things in, plus the drip, and so we'll cover all that here. So you can see, added just a little bit to O, more or less dollar cost average, trying to bring that cost basis down since those kind of low right now. Same thing with Coke. Not really call it dollar cost averaging or cost basis here, just dollar cost averaging. Just the ex-dividend date was coming up with that one, so just thought I'd throw these in. So you'll see most of these are small fractional type stuff. Most of it, what I had was $5, $10 here. So, but for you guys with smaller accounts, $5, $10, it can add up. Just don't be afraid just because it's a small amount, put it in. So ABR, this is strictly from the drip. And I did receive one of the dividend payments this week. Kraft Heinz, again, just this one is more cost basis, just trying to bring it down since Kraft Heinz is down a little bit. Pepsi, same thing. Pepsi's down a little bit. Pepsi's to me, had a good buying range for anybody interested in getting into Pepsi. So this is about where I bought it last time it dipped down. So Target, this was from the drip. You can see 0.007. I only got a little over $1. We'll cover that in a minute here. Starbucks, this was more just cost basis, bringing it down a little bit, as well as Walmart. So essentially, that's really all I picked up this week, aside from some of the dividend payments. Even though you'll see the shares here that were purchased with the drip, everything is kind of getting dripped into the account right now. So let's jump over, take a look here for the yearly. O is still down a little bit. So $141 down on the position, and this does include the $76 that I have received in the dividends. So without that $76, you can imagine where that'd be. So you look at Coke, the actual position itself is down 1.11 here, but when you add that dividend payment back in the $11.99, it puts the position up. So another great reason for having dividends, right? Jeffy's doing great. SCHD's doing great. Kraft Heinz, like I said, is a little bit of a struggle. Tesla, there's just one way to describe Tesla, and there it is. Pepsi just down just a hair, even adding in. I haven't received obviously much of the dividend payment, $2.61. So I believe on the first of the month is Pepsi's dividend, so should help that out a little bit. Target's doing great after they beat earnings. Everything just shot up. I got into these guys when it was down at the 106 range. So Vichi's down a little bit, Starbucks is down a little bit, but nothing too crazy. Not that I'm worried about. Walmart's doing okay. So the account is up $487.36, or I'm up 4.3%. So not too bad. You can see it on the chart here. Everything's looking not horrible. Obviously Tesla and O, but which is still funny to me and odd because the end last year, O was one of my top 3 performers. Kind of just went south from there, but it's okay. It's still buying opportunity. I don't see it going anywhere. I'm not selling off or anything like that. just going to continue to add to the position. So jumping over to the calendar, you see we got 3 new payments. So I got $13.22 here from O. Brings the total to $37.21 so far for the year for O. $1.14 from Target, big time $1.14. So only dividend payment I received from them, so $1.14, as well as the ABR, $4.60. So brings my monthly average $97, $3.24 per day, or $2 an hour off the 21 holdings. So, and you can see down here kind of the projections according to the dividend tracking app, except for a lot of these are going to be a little overinflated. It has kind of a pretty decent high figure for Tesla, which we know that's not going to be the case. So I think this 179 and some of these here you're going to have to drop down. I think this one is the only this one and this one here still have Tesla making a bunch of money. So we'll once those get updated, we'll drop them down, but probably more in the reality of where we're looking at here, or this 122. So, but either way, that's what it's projecting, so you guys can see at least how many times I'm planning on getting paid each month. So next month being where a lot of the quarterly payers come in is going to be great. So jumping over 97.47 so far for March. You can see 291 now for the year. The chart here just nice up and up. Those of you guys that are concerned here with the pie charts or want to take a look, these are all up to date, kind of show you. So you can see Tesla is in both of them, the position is shrinking, so which is what I want to do. There's my sector breakdown. The goals here, I'm only 0.95 away from hitting the goal for 23 with SHG getting to my 50. So I think majority of that'll get knocked out with the drip. So account value, once March ends, we'll get that updated. You can see obviously I'm at 16.2 now. So moving along, try to hit that goal of 25,000 into the account this year. And then up here at the goals here, once I get through with these 3, and if you're new to the channel, it's just something I try to do, is have a figure or some sort of goal with the account. Once I hit these 3, then I'll take them off because those were part of the 2023, and then this will get updated to 2024, and then these bottom 3 here with Altria Group and Colgate and Pepsi will be the goals for the year when I try to hit the number figure there. So jumping over, so 291 still for the quarter. Got a couple weeks left of the month, or a couple weeks left of the quarter actually. But you could see quarter 1 last year when I first started, 1168 up to 291 for this quarter. I mean, it's fantastic growth. It's still just, it kind of makes me excited to know, okay, this is what I've got first quarter this year. What is it going to be next year? What is it going to be the year after? Again, you guys with smaller accounts, people like me, get excited about those things because the account will grow. You just got to put in the work. Whatever you can put in, $50, $20, it's got to start somewhere. So jumping down, so that 291, you can see I'm almost to what I made the entire last year. So it'll be pretty close once the other 2 payments come in for the month, especially with SCHD. So it should be probably around 325, 330, somewhere in that range, maybe a little higher. But to hit the first quarter to make almost all of what I did last year, again, another reason to get excited about the accounts, guys. Another reason to want to get involved in doing this and be a dividend investor, because that financial freedom it can bring you. It's just going to take time. So total dividends now 646.22. Total monthly average, and this counts for every month so far that I've been doing this. So it's $46 a month. So jumping across the projected income, obviously Tesla still has that huge spike, but soon enough that won't even be there because it'll be gone. We'll see. We're still working on that one. I may keep it around for a little while and just to try to obviously recoup some of those costs. It just really depends on what Tesla does. So the trend line, nice solid straight line for now. So I've been averaging right about the same here. But once I hit those other ones, that's going to bring that point up somewhere up here. And then that trend line will shoot up. So then the same thing with the portfolio. Once March ends, I'll get that up. But it's a nice staircase cadence type going straight up. And that's what I want to see. That's what I'm working on. So not much this week, guys. Let me know what you think. Please leave a comment below. I'm working on trying to get this account going as best I can. Even when you take time off, you gotta do that every now and then. Spend time with the family. You've gotta, at least me. The reason I'm getting involved with this is to provide. not for myself, but my family, things like that. So the time away is needed, but the holdings, the stock markets, all those things, they do not stop. They keep going. You're still going to receive your dividends even if you're not glued to your computer or your phone. So let me know what you think. If you're not a subscriber yet, hit that button. I bring these videos out every week. Try to show you guys at least what I've been doing with the accounts so you guys can hopefully get excited, inspire you guys with smaller accounts to follow suit. So happy investing, guys. We will catch you next week.